Welcome back to Deadly Dames, and this is this week's pickup video part 2. So this is just all the Blu-rays and DVDs that I picked up this week. So first off, ordered through the post, mainly because when we'd been to HorrorCon and we met, obviously, John Jarrett. I've got Wolf Creek 1, and I have seen Wolf Creek 2, but I got rid of it because it was a lot more, to me, felt a lot more brutal than the first one. I didn't really take to it, but after watching it again, I actually thought, you know what, I do enjoy it. So I picked it up again just on DVD because I don't think we've got a Blu-ray release in the UK, but I'm quite happy having it on DVD. And I also finally picked up the Wolf Creek TV series. And again, I'm really sorry about the glare here. As I said, I've actually turned round again, and I swear the sun is following me. I've watched the first episode of this, really enjoyed it so far, so looking forward to watching the rest. Also got through the post from Arrow, Evil Ed. So this is the collector's edition. For whatever reason, I had in my head that this was a slipcase edition. I don't know why. I've maybe just put that in my mind because it said limited edition, but it's actually a limited edition 3-disc edition. I love this movie. It's an old cheesy VHS movie from when I was a kid. I haven't rewatched it yet since getting it through, but I'm looking forward to finally getting a chance to watch it again. And then from Shameless Screen Entertainment, I got All the Colours of the Dark. So I actually am enjoying that these guys are back. They're now releasing more things. For a while there, they sort of disappeared and they weren't releasing anything. And then, like this year alone, they've done The Sect, The Church. They've re-released Almost Human on Blu-ray. And they made an announcement that there's another announcement coming. So they're not releasing quite as much as Arrow or 88 Films. Well, 88 Films seem to be releasing everything right now. But I am glad that they're still there. I love the movies that Shameless released, so I hope they keep going. This is a numbered edition, but 56 I've got, so it doesn't really bother me if it's numbered or not, but I've never seen that movie, so I'm looking forward to watching it. Also picked up a couple of steel books. Nothing too much. It was basically when I was in Fop buying something else. What was it I was buying? Well, I'll show you in a wee second. When I was in Fop, this was £3 if you bought anything else, so I figured why not. When I looked at the back of it, it looked really interesting. So that is a Grand Hotel. The soundtrack, no. So it's because the music's quite loud in the background. The storyline on the back sounded quite good. And I also picked up, and it was in Computer Exchange, down in price, A Streetcar Named Desire. I recently watched, sorry I'm dropping things. I recently watched this for the first time a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. Really enjoyed it, and this is actually the uncut edition because apparently there was scenes in this at the time that it was made that were too extreme. Claire's just come to join us. So yeah, I picked up the uncut one. And then from Fop, I also got, in fact you can maybe help me, could you turn the record down a little bit? It's really loud. Yes, in Fop I also went back to see if the Signal 1 Entertainment sale was still on, and it was, so I picked up Eyewitness. And then I'm never going to say the title of that correctly. What is it?
The Mephisto Waltz.
I'm glad that Claire said that. Mephisto Waltz?
Waltz.
Tongue-tied. Looks really interesting, so I just thought I'd pick up a couple more of them before the sale ended. Also from Computer Exchange, I got the special edition of Apocalypse Now. Claire's never seen this movie. I am determined to get her to watch it because it is an excellent movie. I know it's not a nice subject matter, but really what is in a lot of these films. So yeah, determined to get Claire to finally watch that. And I also got, now this was a little find for me because I've actually never seen any of these movies. They've always been really expensive, and I kept holding off hoping that Arrow or 88 or somebody would do it, and they probably will now that I found the Anchor Bay edition, but I found it, and I found it a lot cheaper than what it sells for online, and I'm happy to have the Blind Egg collection. So it is the Anchor Bay one. Haven't started watching yet, but we might watch one after. Okay. Yeah. And online I also bought the Zombie Horror Picture Show. Oh, not enough room. Which is just a stage show, but I think I'm just getting myself prepared. I was going to watch it before seeing them live, but I think I'll just hold off and we'll watch it after. Judge this show to the one we see live. From HMV, I got And this is an amazing box set, and they have released the ones for the other characters. Well, some of the other characters as well, but I've kind of held off on picking them up because, well, Frankenstein's my favourite. And that is the... Well, actually, it's a lie. Gilman's my favourite, but they didn't have the box set there. So, Creature from the Black Lagoon's actually the one I enjoy the most, but really there's only 3 movies to that, so there won't be much in his box set, whereas Frankenstein's got loads. So yeah, they also had the Mummy and Wolfman, but when I turned over, because there's 8 films on this, when I turned over the Wolfman, pretty much, like, he's pretty much in all of these films, so there's few and far between that weren't on it, so I've kind of held off just now and see if they come down in price, but this is an amazing box set, so I'm going to put it next to the rest of my Universal Monsters. Just bought from Asda, just because it looked quite good and it was very cheap, so no idea, it's probably rubbish because a lot of these films are, but the price that it was, I'm willing to give it a wee go, and that is a Downhill. Don't know what I was trying to say there. And from online again, and it's because I was watching a video by a fellow Scot who is called Michael Myers. I always get his number wrong at the end. Is it Michael Myers 76? But I'll put his name down below because I'm pretty sure I've got the number wrong at the end of that. He's a really good YouTuber. He's got a fantastic collection. Likes Halloween a lot, but he's really into his slashers, and he recently did a video about slashers, which has prompted Claire and I to talk about slashers quite a lot, and I think we're going to do a video about what is a slasher, because there's so many movies that technically I wouldn't class as a slasher, but they do fall into the slasher category, so we're going to we're hoping to do a video where we just basically discuss slashers, because his video prompted us to kind of talk about them and think about slashers, so I went online and ordered a few that were on his video that I hadn't seen before. Now, the first one I've actually already watched, and that's Sorority House Massacre. I watched it last night. The acting was terrible in this, but there was some really interesting scenes in it, especially near the end. A couple of things happened in it that were actually pretty tense and enjoyable. The storyline was crap, but the actual end scene was pretty good. It's kind of saved the movie, because up until it got to, like, the escaped maniac getting to the house, you could tell that the people who made this took massive inspiration mainly from Halloween, but also you could see a bit of Black Christmas in there, and it was nowhere near as good as those two. But up until the maniac got to the house, I was thinking, I'm trading this movie in, I'm never going to watch it again. And then when he got to the house, I suddenly went, oh wow, this is really, really good. The acting was still bad. I mean, the way that they reacted to people like dying, nobody would just go, oh well, okay, that just happened. Oh well, let's move on. Or there was a scene where she was getting like stabbed in the leg and she had no reaction whatsoever. And I thought, the acting was pretty bad, but the scenes and the way that they did it and the atmosphere that they built up was really good, and it kind of saved this movie for me. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I went online and seen that they've got a part 2. However, part 2 is extortionate, so I shall not be buying that. I'm going to have to leave that one to be a mystery until someone releases another edition of it, which is not like £100 plus. And then the last movie, again, this was a slasher that was mentioned on Michael Myers. I'm going to say 76 again, but I'm pretty sure I've got that number wrong. But as I said, I'll put his name underneath. He mentioned it in his video, and I've never heard of it, so when I seen it online, I thought I'll pick it up, we'll give it a go, see what happens. It wasn't expensive, and that is a Sweatshop. I do like a good slasher movie, so whenever someone has a video of them and there's one mentioned that I've never seen, it always makes me go, ooh, I want to see that film. So yeah, I was glad when he did that mentioned a few, and I went and had a look and picked up a couple of them. So yeah, that's everything else that I've picked up this week on part 2 of this week's pickups. I was hoping Claire wouldn't walk in, because now she can see everything that I bought this week and I'm going to be in trouble. I was hoping to hide them before she could see them all. But I did buy you Silent Hill vinyl, so I get away with it. Right. But yeah, so that's everything that we picked up this week. Hopefully you liked them. If you are a slasher fan like we are, please recommend more so that I can watch them, because I do, as I said, I do like finding these little obscure slashers that no one else seems to really know about. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take care.